Between diverse music artists like Conan Gray, Biba Doobie, as well as Mitski and bands like The Strokes, Arctic Monkeys, and The Neighborhood, one label unites them: indie. It doesn't seem like the bass-heavy, abrasive tones of Take Me Out by Franz Ferdinand would share a genre with the vibey, alternative song Heatwaves by Glass Animals, does it? In this Mute Talk, we dive deeper into understanding the vague label of indie. Indie music, short for independent music, is supposed to refer to music that is created, produced, and released independently from major commercial record labels. However, indie music has evolved and diversified over time, encompassing various genres and styles. Indie typically refers to artists or labels operating independently of major commercial ones, often with a DIY approach to their music production, release, and promotion. But how did this all begin? Indie music could be traced back to the late 1970s to early 1980s. This is where independent artists and labels started to gain traction. The punk rock movement emerged during the mid-1970s. Bands like The Clash were well known for their rebellious attitude, anti-establishment nature, and rejection of mainstream norms. Many of these bands stayed on their independent ideals and chose to self-release their music or signings instead of relying on major brand labels. Now, you might be wondering, before social media, how did indie music expand? Well, following the punk rock movement, independent record labels were established, such as Stiff Records, which was located in the UK, and SST Records in the US. Student-ran college radio stations were also on the rise. These allowed artists to maintain greater control over their music compared to major record labels. The growth of indie music continued to evolve over the years, and with the creation of more digital platforms, independent artists found new avenues to share and promote their music. In the early 2000s, the creation of the internet and digital platforms like MySpace and SoundCloud were utilized by these smaller artists. Nowadays, social media platforms such as Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube allow them to connect with fans, share their work, and build a following. It's not uncommon to come across small artists on Instagram Reels who compare themselves to well-known artists or to confidently claim to have made the song of the summer. Such self-promotion tactics are commonly used to raise awareness about their music and generate interest. Furthermore, streaming services like Spotify and Apple Music also provided indie artists with greater access to wider audiences. Today, successful indie artists like Girl in Red, Tame Impala, and Steve Lacy have achieved global recognition and success as a result of their songs going viral on social media. In conclusion, indie music emerged as a rebellious alternative to mainstream commercialism, driven by a desire for artistic control and autonomy. Through independent labels and college radio, it expanded, fostering community and reaching wider audiences.